So the most common super theory of life is what I call the just world theory. And the just world theory is if you say your prayers and eat your Wheaties, everything will turn out all right. In other words, if you're responsible and do what you're asked to do, you will be happy. If you set worthwhile, responsible goals and are a good citizen, you will be happy. And it's what I call the success super theory of life. So that doesn't work very well either. And these are the people that I coach and have coached for almost my entire life. People who walk around with that idea. In other words, it's sort of life is a meritocracy, meaning that if I merit happiness by doing everything I'm supposed to do, life will work out. And what happens, those people get really disappointed because life is full of surprises, unintended consequences, sick kids, divorces that you don't feel like you deserved, sicknesses, challenges of all kinds, bankruptcies you didn't cause. And it's very upsetting to people who have that super theory of life that if I just do what I'm supposed to do, I will insulate myself from all the bad things that might otherwise happen. But this is what it leads to. It leads to, if I just try harder, then I can have the success I finally need to be happy. So I call it the saltwater solution. Here's what I mean by that. Suppose you're wandering in the desert and you're really, really thirsty, and you come across this jug of water. And you look it up, and it looks great, it looks clear, and so you unscrew the lid and you start drinking it. And you just start coughing and spitting. And you look at the water and you say, gosh, I'm so thirsty, this has got to work, so you keep drinking it. Well, it turns out it's salt water. Now, what happens to salt water is actually dehydrating you. It's actually taking all the moisture out of all your saliva glands and everything as quick as you put it in. So even though it looks like water, even though it sort of tastes like water, it isn't the water you're really looking for. And that's what the quest for success is like. And you know you're engaged in the saltwater solution when you feel like this. If I just try harder, I will finally get the success I really want. I just need to work a little harder. I just need to be a little bit smarter. I just need to bear down. The second thing you'll notice is what I call being over-responsible. Now, when you're over-responsible, you're trying to take responsibility for other people's success, other people's feelings. You just want everybody to be okay. You want everybody to be happy. You want everybody to be quiet, particularly if you're leading a family, you know. What happens is because you don't control how people feel and whether they're happy or whether they're quiet or whether they're satisfied, you end up trying to manipulate them. You end up trying to manipulate their feelings. You end up guilt-tripping them. You do a whole bunch of things that push people away. The third thing that you might do is over-control. Now, this is really common for leaders or executives because what they want to do is they just want people to do exactly what they want them to do when they want them to do it. And if they just followed their wisdom, they'd know that doing what the plan was, your plan was, would be to create the greatest happiness in their life. So you see parents do this with teenagers. If you just go to the school I'm telling you to go to, if you just choose the career I'm telling you to do, you'll be happy. Choose the people that I think you should hang out with or marry or whatever it is. So those are all symptoms of having the super theory that if I'm successful enough at getting myself and my loved ones to do what my definition of success is, it'll all work for me. And so when I meet with people, I usually find that these people are very frustrated and very isolated. Because you see, the success theory of life always creates personal isolation from others. Because you know what? Nobody wants to be manipulated. Nobody wants to be forced. Nobody wants to be controlled. And your attempts at over-trying means usually that the quality of your attention with the key people of your life, your loved ones, is so diminished because you're so obsessed with these other forms of success that you're just never present for them. So this is the classic case of the person who's made millions and millions of dollars and feels emotionally, spiritually empty. So they have all the outer success and no inner peace. Now, according to research, there's about 55% of the population that falls within that category. And as I was referring to earlier, about 33% of the population, about a third, fall into the category of the pleasure-pain super theory of life. So that leaves about 90% of people that are either trying to maximize pleasure or maximize success to get what they want.